Hey guys, I want to give you an update on the portfolio, including NAKA, and we are currently at 80,000. We originally put in 100,000, but it's looking much better than people think. First of all, almost all of the holdings are up. Two of them are even up a lot, and it's only NAKA that is down, but that's no problem. We're going to talk about this right now. So, first of all, we have Mara Holdings. We have Hesai Group, we have RoboSense, we have Riot Platforms, we have TerraWolf, we have UB Tech Robotics, we have Supermarket Computer, we have Surf Air Mobility, and we have Bangsa Holdings. And at the very top, we have Kindly MD, which is NAKA. And so you can, if you click from the channel page, the YouTube channel page, you can click on Trading View, and thereby you can see the whole portfolio and track what am I doing. So I bought another $10,000 of NAKA the other day, and I brought down the average price to 3.36. So I kept buying as it was dropping because I was pretty sure that this is gonna be a great opportunity. So the next thing is that NAKA had a pipe offering for early investors. That price was at around $1 something. I don't remember the exact price. And they started unloading, and that's why the price fell so much. But right now it's hovering a little bit over the actual pipe offering. And that means that, you know, the investors that were there in early that wanted to get out, they got out. And now it's basically going to rotate into investors that are going to stick in it for the long term. So I think this is really an interesting opportunity. Now, David Bailey, the CEO of NAKA, already announced, that everything is fine, back to business and so forth. So I think we'll slowly start to see it climb. And I think this might be actually, in theory, almost like an opportunity of a lifetime because, you know, the pipe investors were the only reason, most probably to 99%, because it dropped that low. And now that it's basically done, it should start climbing up slowly. And we see, if we click on it, we already see it at 150, and I saw after hours already a price between 160 and 170. We could take a look. Nasdaq after hours. Could put Nasdaq after hours trading. We'll put that in there and see if we can after hours quote data. If we put in NAKA, should pop up. It's right here. So it's currently after hours. It's trading at do we have here a yeah, it's like 160. It's 160 on after hours. It's 160. I don't understand why it's not showing after hours price, but it's 160. Yeah, so coming back to this portfolio, again, portfolio is completely based on artificial intelligence, Bitcoin, blockchain, robotics, and those are the only three that we're investing in because I believe those three things will define the next large industrial revolution, and all of the other things are going to be problematic. And this will be a completely new industry, the largest industry, those three, in the next years, and those will just explode like crazy. Now, let's take a look from the largest that we have. So we have the allocation we have, so the largest is 26% is NAKA, which is Bitcoin Treasury, then 70% Bitcoin Group SE, which is also Bitcoin Treasury. Mara Holdings is also Bitcoin Treasury. So we have over 60% in Bitcoin Treasury, and then 11% Hesai Group, which is LiDAR technology. We have RoboSense, which is also LiDAR technology. We have Riot Platforms, which is Bitcoin mining. We have UBTech, which is robotics. We have TerraWolf, which is Bitcoin mining. We have Supermicrocomputer, which is developing cooling systems for for data centers that do AI. Surf Air Mobility is an interesting thing that I wanted to show you, but I purposefully made a very small position in that. It's basically using AI for private airplane travel, for managing private airplane travel and inventory and so forth and bookings. It's very interesting. So it's kind of like you could almost say an Airbnb for airplanes, but using artificial intelligence to manage the whole inventory. Bangsa Holdings is also, I believe, is also Bitcoin, if I remember correctly. So those are the, and I believe that it would be smart. Any position that I will take in the future, I would have to sell something else, of course. So I would have to change from something not so interesting to something interesting. So that will be interesting also. What else will pop up where we say like, okay, we replace this. But in all, I'm very, very happy with this. And I believe that the companies that the portfolio will include should all have some kind of crypto treasury over the long term because they will definitely outperform all other stocks over the long term. I'm 100% sure about that. And this is kind of like the long-term strategy of the portfolio. So we're not swing trading. We are looking for long-term appreciation through underlying assets in the treasury. And I believe that Bitcoin still has a lot of upside, and therefore it makes sense to have it overweight in that direction. And there will be a lot of companies which will struggle if they're not in AI, robotics, or blockchain. And I will try to see if I can find other companies which are perfectly positioned for the Industrial Revolution. One of the things about the LiDAR technology or the sensors, the robotic sensors, is that basically almost all robots are using that. And so the demand will be absolutely insane. And UBTech, of course, itself also develops robots. What I don't like about UBTech so far is that they're not profitable, but you can't really expect that yet because the robotics industries are basically really launching in 1 to 2 years. So it's all very new, but they're perfectly positioned. So we'll probably see a huge increase in that as well. It would be nice to take a look at the chart, but we're not doing technical analysis, so it's not such a big deal in terms of like what it's doing in the short term. But you see, there's a lot of hype around this, so see, so we bought it at exactly the perfect time.